Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving deep into the explosive Season 3 premiere of the globally awaited Squid Game. We open exactly where Season 2 left off, in the midst of absolute chaos. The surviving players, furious and desperate, rise against the masked staff. Armed with stolen guns, they seem ready to take back control. But then, tragedy strikes. Thanks to Chongbei's error, the guns are empty. The magazines were never loaded. One by one, the players realize the bitter truth. They've walked themselves into the open jaws of death. What began as an act of revolution now feels like a suicide mission. And then, amidst this storm of fear, a single moment of humanity emerges. Park Yil-sung, trembling and facing death at the hands of a masked soldier 11, begs for his life. But instead of killing him, she gives him a lifeline. Stay silent. Pretend to be unconscious. It's the only way you'll survive. This single act of empathy hints that not all soldiers are loyal to the cruel system. Warning: the dark harvest, organ trafficking, returns. What follows is even more sinister. The staff begins selecting players for their viable organs: kidneys, livers, hearts, and eyes. A dark reminder of the underground organ trafficking plot from previous seasons. They choose player 246, Park, for removal. But Soldier 11, now revealed as an undercover agent with a conscience, decides to fake her loyalty to the black market team. Her reason? She knows Park has a sick daughter in the hospital who depends on him. She plays her part perfectly, convincing the crew that she's finally ready to join their corrupt business. It's a calculated lie, but one that's going to cost lives on both sides. Dead or alive? Meanwhile, a coffin-shaped box is wheeled into the hall. Inside lies Siang, the once rebel leader. Everyone assumes he's dead, the price of leadership in such a brutal game. But in a shocking twist, he's only unconscious. His survival sends a jolt through the players, a mix of hope, resentment, and dread. He led the rebellion. He failed. Now he's back. We outside world. Juno's desperate search. Far from the island, Juno is still on the hunt. Working with a drone team and a shift captain, he's scanning hundreds of islands to locate the source of the Squid Game. But his efforts have been in vain. Every island is a dead end. Worse, his drone operator is found murdered. Suspicion falls on the ship's captain, but Juno is hesitant to believe the worst. His partner, Choi, isn't convinced. He saw the captain with a screwdriver late at night, a strange thing unless he was sabotaging the drone mission. "Something's off," Choi whispers. "Either the soup's got something black in it, or it's all black." Heartbreak, survivors' guilds, and a ruthless system. Back at the facility, Si Young awakens, haunted by the weight of guilt. He didn't want to survive. His closest friend, June, died in the fight. 35 others lost their lives. What's the point of living in a world so cruel? And then the twisted logic of the game resurfaces. Fewer players equal more prize money. Greed is baked into the system. The masked managers arrive and offer a vote. Stop the game and walk away with what you've earned, or continue playing for the full jackpot, now even bigger. Temptation wins. Most press O. The game continues. Meanwhile, the frontman receives a call from the captain. Juno's getting close. He orders, "Keep him distracted. Don't let him find the island. Not until we finish this season. The VIPs are on their way." The stakes are no longer just survival. Now, it's about protecting a business empire of blood and money. Dual Masters. Two shadows behind the curtain. This season introduces two black managers. The frontman, the victor of the 2018 Squid Game. The captain, a new addition to ensure zero mistakes. Their partnership represents the evolution of the game. It's bigger, smarter, deadlier. Soldier 11's revenge. Back in the organ lab, Soldier 11 reveals her true motive. She slaughters the entire black market team in cold blood, except the doctor. Why? Because only he can save Park's life. Use my blood. I'm O positive. Do it now. This moment is symbolic. In a world where trust is currency, sacrifice still has value. Drug addicts and crossed paths. Elsewhere, Min-soo is slipping. A former drug addict, he begins craving his fix again. He notices Lee, the guy who stole his cross-shaped pendant, which hides drug pills. The craving builds, and a new survival strategy begins to form in Min-soo's mind. Get the locket, get control. Dinner is served, or is it? Dinner is finally served, but it's barely a meal. Just 2 sweet potatoes. Remember day 1? Burgers, fries, desserts. But now, rations are shrinking. Why? Because hunger creates aggression, and aggression makes better TV for the twisted VIPs watching in secret. In this moment, a small act of kindness stands out. A mother and her son share their meal with Seyoung. "You're our only hope," she says. It's one of the few human connections left in the blood-soaked arena. Trouble on the ship. Choi remains convinced the captain is hiding something. Juno brushes it off, but we, the audience, can feel it. The tension, the mistrust, the thin line between ally and enemy. The morning of the new game. The next morning is brutal. The corpses of last night's failed rebels are hung as warnings. Players are terrified. This is no longer just a game. It's a slaughterhouse with rules. They enter a hall with a giant ball filled with colored spheres. Each player draws one. Red ball equals killer. Blue ball equals survivor. Red gets a knife. Blue gets a key and 30 minutes to hide. But a twist. For 5 minutes, you can switch teams. Some believe hiding is safer and join blue. Others, who crave violence or believe it's the only way to survive, choose red. Love and betrayal in the arena. One of the most emotional threads of this episode involves a couple, Chung-lee and Myung-gi. She's pregnant, his child, but no one knows. To protect her, Myung-gi switches clothes, joins red, and promises, "I'll find you, I'll kill if I must, just survive until I do." It's love in a place built for death. The game begins. With only 30 minutes, the red team enters, knives drawn, ready to eliminate. The blue team runs, keys in hand, trying to find hiding spots and locked rooms. This is no ordinary game. This is psychological warfare. This is Squid Game at its most savage. And with that, episode 1 ends. Season 3 of Squid Game doesn't just raise the stakes, it completely changes the game. We now have complex alliances, emotional subplots, new game mechanics, and deeper psychological warfare. And best of all, we're only getting started. So hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for more intense episode-by-episode breakdowns. Until then, stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, in Squid Game, trust no one.